Hello everyone and welcome back to Mass Effect 3. In the last episode we took on a Cerberus fighter base in Novaria and cleared it out for the Alliance. This episode we've come here to the Minos Wasteland where we're going to be finding those Ex-Cerberus scientists in just a moment. First off though we have this planet here to scan quickly. Though Pietas has a combination of features that make terraforming a possibility, the rights of the planet have been tied up in Citadel Council courts for the last 9 years. The running joke is by the time the Council finally goes to go ahead to colonize the planet, Pietas will have evolved life of its own. Home to comfortable temperatures and a mild atmosphere of mostly nitrogen and argon, Pietas could be habitable with the addition of oxygen-producing cyanobacteria. Its crust is high in silicates and carbon, allowing for easy fabrication of construction materials. Smugglers, pirates, and other unregistered starships sometimes touch down in Pietas to lay low or make repairs. Civilian travel is not advised. But we're not civilians, and indeed we can hoover up something useful here. £10,000 specifically. With that, I think we're done in this system here. Oh no, there's another thing here, but I've fortunately revealed that as well, which is fuel. Shouldn't have bothered getting that, because now it's useless, but oh well. The main business, of course, over here is the array system. And as ever, when there's a mission planet, there's usually little else in it, and indeed, all there really is Galix. Galix was given to the Krogan after the Rachni Wars, but bitterly contested in the Krogan rebellions and reconquered by the Turians. This left Turians as caretakers of a levo-amino acid-based world that they could not inhabit themselves, but were unwilling to give up. In cooperation with the Vol Protectorate, so that's the Volus, the Turians attempted to rent the planet out for colonization. Between a high price and a surface littered with unexploded ordnance, however, Galix found few reputable tenants. Its most notable inhabitants were penal colonies. To those who know of it today, Galix is a symbol of tragic waste, an entire Guardian world nearly forgotten by the galaxy at large. Let's roll. So we're mostly fighting Cerberus in this, so I'm going to take my kind of anti-tech boys, which is Garrus and Edie. Basically, they're very good anti-shield stuff, and Edie's a bit more tech, Garrus a bit more fighty. I've got my ridiculous medieval armor now on as well, but time to take some new weapons for a spin. So I'm going to keep the old Raptor, but I am going to put on a heavy pistol. The Phalanx. The Phalanx is just a nice hard-hitting gun, but I'm going to put my usual ones of a magazine upgrade and a high-caliber barrel on it. This just makes it quite nice. Cool. Powers-wise, Edie, we will upgrade her Incinerate a little bit. Let's increase the impact radius on it, and... Ooh, burning damage, that sounds quite good. Kind of the opposite to my Overload not Overload. Incinerate in a lot of ways. Speaking of Overload, though, Garrus is full level. Shield damage or Chain Attack? Chain Attack's quite nice for taking out groups, quite frankly. Cool, let's land.
What's the word? Do we know how long these scientists have been holed up out here?
We have not been provided many details.
Ma'am, I'm picking up chatter from a Cerberus squad engaging the supply depot.
Engaging the scientists?
And if I'm reading it right, sounds like more troops are on the way.
Okay, set us down, then get out of here. I need these scientists alive.
Well, who recognises him from Mass Effect 2? Garrus we want on the Revenant, and you want the Scorpion. Wonderful. Let's put some ammo powers on. Actually, yeah, brilliant. Cool. Let's roll. So initially we just have to clear up these guys here. So I'm not actually going to show off that new pistol I brought yet.
What did these people do to bring this down on their heads?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. The fact that they've removed the need for the fact that audio gets slowed down by the time dilation is really nice, because that made it made me almost reluctant to use it because because then you couldn't hear what the fuck anyone was saying, which was problematic. But yeah, there's a lot of those little like shield generators and stuff like that on this map. You can try and take them out. You can, if your sabotage is high enough level, which I'm not sure mine is. If you sabotage them, it'll actually suck the shields out of people nearby. But chain overload is also very handy for that exact function. These are just simple kind of troopers here, so by and large I'm not focusing that much on actually being careful. Right, what the? Ugh. Well, it looks like we took that guy's shield off at least. That was quite nice. Oh, and took that guy's head off. Oh, no, we didn't quite. Right, let's take the bloody shield generator down. Ugh. Right, let's try that again. And sabotage. I said sabotage. There we go. Well, it looks like I missed it. Blow this guy's head off. Or not. Man, he was acrobatic as fuck. Kill him, will you? What the? Is that fake ED?
Look for survivors.
Maybe it is. Cool. With that, let's go and... Oh yeah, it charges up me now. That's quite good. Let's go and talk to Jacob.
Jacob! How bad?
I'll live. I think.
This is Bryn. If you can hear me, come in. Is there anyone there?
This is Commander Shepard of the Alliance. The enemy is clear for now. Open the door.
Is Jacob there?
It's okay, Bryn.
Jacob! Oh my god.
I'm all right. The others didn't make it.
What are you doing here?
I'm supposed to be protecting these people from the elusive man and his attack dogs.
Are they gone?
For now, but they'll be back. Sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'll walk it off. Save my life one more time and I'll start owing you.
This one's on the house.
Hey, yo. Good to see you too.
Staying out of trouble, I see.
Shepard, this is Dr. Bryn Cole. She's in charge here.
Tell me what's going on. Intel says you're Cerberus.
We're all ex-Cerberus. Scientists, mostly.
Civilians?
Call us refugees. If we hadn't run, we'd be dead.
Why does the elusive man want to kill you?
Our stories are different, but the themes are the same. We were each using information from the collector base to work on the different components of a larger tech. After someone completed their component, they disappeared. No bodies, just gone. As we progressed, we started feeling like we were signing each other's death warrants.
The elusive man doesn't mess around. If he can't control it, he'll destroy it.
The brain trust here has to be a significant loss for him.
You had to know they were gonna find you.
It's a pretty smart bunch. We covered our bases.
But the elusive man is one tenacious bastard.
Time to evacuate.
Agreed. Just need to get the AA guns on the roof back online. Cerberus is jamming them somehow. With those guns down, Cerberus will just blow our escape shuttles out of the sky.
Might be the network link.
I'll check and meet you upstairs.
Jacob, you should get that wound looked at.
I'm good. I mean, I will.
Commander, I should see to my people. Join me upstairs when you can.
Jacob did not recognize me. This may be an opportunity to surprise him.
Let's just focus on the mission, Edie.
Also, that always happens, by the way, with if you bring someone that Jacob recognizes, he will look over at them like he did with Gareth there, and there'll be no one there. It happens with anyone. It's quite bizarre. Also, I'm pretty sure that the voice actor for the Doctor whatever, Dr. Bryn, is also the one who voices Samantha Trainer. Not sure. We'll need to check. Who remembers this guy? We've met his son already on Grissom Academy. This is Dr. Archer.
Commander Shepard, Dr. Gavin Archer. We met on Project Overlord.
That's one way of putting it.
Yes, well, after you took my brother to Grissom Academy, I tried putting all that behind me. I don't suppose you have any news from there. I've heard rumors the Academy is in trouble.
I was at Grissom Academy. Cerberus tried abducting the students, but David's okay.
Oh, thank God. Commander, you have no idea what that means.
It's a little late to start worrying about his safety now.
I never stopped. I know you think I'm a monster, and you're right. Not a day goes by where my dreams aren't haunted by what I did to David. All I can do now is hope that one day he forgives me.
What are you doing here?
I strayed too far from the path. This was my only refuge. As a boy, I wanted to be a scientist remembered for doing right by the world, curing a disease or discovering a new element. Not a monster who tortured his own brother.
What did you say to the elusive man?
I told him if his intention was to work with the devil, he only had to look in the mirror. I wanted out of his nightmare.
He just let you go?
If it had been that easy, I wouldn't be hiding here. Every Cerberus soldier in the galaxy has orders to shoot me on sight.
What happened to Project Overlord?
After your intervention, the elusive man insisted I find another test subject. Someone who shared my brother David's abilities. I couldn't bear the thought of reliving the nightmare, so I destroyed all of my research. Overlord is no more.
I have to go. And I'm not even gonna pretend it was good to see you again.
I understand. But Commander, thank you for saving David. Both times.
Fun though it would be to stew and let him stew and not tell him about what happened with David. It's actually, you get him as a war asset basically if he survives this mission fine, and if you reassured him that David's fine, if you didn't do that he doesn't get it. So that's a bit of a worthwhile thing there.
And make sure those samples from Project Mia get out on the second shuttle.
I've already dropped one box. My hands were shaking so hard.
We're going to make it.
What's the status of the guns?
Still waiting. I have my best people on it.
How many scientists are here?
43, plus research assistants.
You ran with over 40 people?
When you fear for your life, there's a lot you can do.
Bryn, I can't possibly dismantle the genetic amplification components in time.
I'm sorry, Dr. Boehner. It's important work, but right now you need to tend to your family.
Wait, there are families here? Children?
A dangerous choice.
So those refugees brought everyone with them?
Yes. We have about 17 kids here. Partners, spouses, parents. I promised these people refuge. A new life free from Cerberus. I just never imagined the elusive man would...
That's what evil counts on. That it's hard for good people to imagine. Okay. Everyone left gets out of here alive. This escape will have to be carefully executed.
I'd hoped. We tried so hard to make sure it wouldn't come to this.
What's the news?
Can't tell. Only know I can't fix it from here. I'm going to the roof. Cerberus landed a shuttle there a couple minutes ago. You in?
Jacob, you're injured. I'll fix the guns.
No way. These are my people. I'm going.
Just because you survived one suicide mission doesn't mean you get two.
Fine. But I'm gonna talk you through it from here. Cerberus is probably jamming the satellite link. Radio me when you found the controls and I'll give you the override code.
Will do.
So we've got actually a fair bit of exploration to do here and a fair few people to talk to. So first off, we've got a datapad here, which gives us money, and a datapad here, which gives us, with Jacob's help, we managed to ascertain that several of our colleagues were in fact killed. Contract terminated is what Cerberus called it. Makeda, Scott, Daniel, Chunhei, Anika, and so many others that I didn't even know about. All of them gone, just disappeared without a trace, just like that. We should have left sooner. I don't know why we waited so long. I can't remember what seemed so important and we just had to stay one more day. What was I thinking? One of the things to ensure that you definitely grab while you're here is... oh, there's another datapad, isn't it? I can't remember what's actually there. Personal log. Attempts are ongoing at figuring out what the end product of our research was meant for. While it is obvious that the delivery system was going to be implant-reliant, with evident neurological applications, many questions as of yet remain unanswered. The loss of Dr. Horace Armstrong in particular is hindering our efforts to speedily reconstruct the nature of the elusive man's goals. We have several parts of the whole which lead us to chilling conclusions. We are nowhere near figuring out what said whole might be, and that is what scared me the most. Yeah, this is kind of key to Cerberus' operations, is basically it's split into a lot of cells, most of which don't know what the other cells are doing, which basically allows no defectors like this can really piece together what the whole organisation has been doing, which is quite clever on behalf of the elusive man.
Some kind of poison tailored to Turians.
So we heard about that last episode on the Citadel, that there was a Cerberus were using a specific like Turian poison on their attack, and the doctors were unable to treat it, so that'll be handy for that. Let's have a talk to Dr. Bryn.
Dr. Cole.
Dr. Cole, even.
Got a moment?
Of course.
What kind of work did you do for Cerberus?
Until the elusive man became preoccupied with the collectors, I worked in physics. It was a researcher's paradise. I had access to cutting-edge tech and all the personnel I needed. The elusive man spares no expense for technical perfection.
That technical perfection's almost killed me a few times.
It also saved your life. Strange to think about, I would imagine.
Maybe.
But then, life is full of uncomfortable ironies. Isn't everyone's?
It's interesting, the way they talk about Cerberus and like the way their science was funding reminds me a lot of how, of what Mordin says about like how working with the SDG was like, yeah, you're doing uncomfortable stuff, but it's also kind of a researcher's paradise because you just had unlimited funding, expertise, all that kind of stuff that from a research point of view it was fascinating. And I suspect people probably say similar about when they worked in, you know, Nazi concentration camps and stuff like that. It's interesting.
So, what's this work of yours that Cerberus wants so badly?
It's based on tech gathered from the collectors. In essence, it involves dissecting Reaper-to-Collector communications. Dr. Horace Armstrong and I were working on a practical human application. An implant of sorts. Once he'd completed his component and moved on to less valuable work, he disappeared.
How'd you get away?
I was a loyal senior employee. There's a lot of freedom in that. When our fourth colleague disappeared, we organized and were out the door in days.
And until now, Cerberus never suspected you were hiding right under their noses.
We honestly thought we had it all figured out. It's humbling.
What's your relationship with Jacob? We went through a lot together.
An old colleague of his introduced us. Through Jacob's eyes, I started to recognize what the elusive man had become. I guess I was so in love with my work that I refused to see the obvious. Its sponsor had become corrupt.
I get that. That's why it's important to have good people around you.
I don't know what we would have done without him.
Don't you think you've put these people in serious danger?
They wouldn't have it any other way. Science must never bow to tyranny. We didn't escape just to go into hiding. We wanted to build a new life, where we could live and work on our terms. Love, family, they're all part of that. Even now. Otherwise, what are we fighting for?
Thanks, Dr. Cole. I'll let you get on with the packing.
Thank you again for everything you're doing for us.
So, our final job for this episode is to go in here to the medical bay, where we've actually got two things here. We've got some Casa Fabrication Greaves, which we want to pick up while we're here, and Jacob to have a chat with.
Hey, you okay? Have you been?
Give us a minute. This is crazy. I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
I know the feeling. So how'd you become a gun for hire?
Long story. It was an opportunity I couldn't resist for people I came to care about.
You seem good. You look good.
These are great people, defending their ideals. I like it. I think I found what I'm meant to do.
What's the story, Jacob? Why are you working at a place like this?
After we got back, well, things look different when you come back from a suicide mission alive. So I quit Cerberus, I quit everything. And sat by the Mediterranean for a while. That's when I lost track of you.
And what did all the fresh air and meditation teach you?
That what I choose to fight for better mean something to me. That it comes from the heart.
We could sure use you.
It's real tempting, Shepard, but I like where I'm at. I'm important to these people. I want a life. I want a family.
Sure, I get that.
No, Shepard. The Normandy's your real love.
Doesn't mean I don't want to say to hell with it sometimes.
But you won't. You can't.
How long have you known Bryn?
We met through a mutual friend in the Mumbai cell. Guess I've known her for a year. We had a lot in common. Then she came to me about her missing colleagues. Asked for my protection, my help finding a place to run to. How could I say no?
Who is she to you?
We're together.
And you run this enclave with her? You settling down, Jacob?
Yeah, maybe. It's just, if these are our final days, I want to spend them protecting these people. Building a life. Whatever's left of it.
Anything on Cerberus I should know about?
The elusive man became obsessed with indoctrination. I know that. You ever wonder how it all went wrong? I mean, was I blind? I remember him being an idealist. How come I couldn't see the evil?
Don't beat yourself up. And if you ever get that crystal ball working, give me a heads up, because I'd love to know how this all plays out.
Right.
I should focus on getting these people out of here.
You bet. Let's get to it.
So, I had a look while that thing was ongoing. The voice actress for Bryn Cole. It's not the same one as Trainer, but I suddenly thought I recognised her from something different, and indeed, she is in Xenoblade Chronicles. I don't want to say who she plays, because that's a potential spoiler, but... There's an upgrade here, which I've... there we go. High caliber barrel there. But yes, she's called Jo Wyatt if you're interested in who she is in Xenoblade, but I don't want to necessarily say it here because I'm going to let her play that game sometime soon, so there we go. Right, on that note, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll join us next time where we will be continuing to help the evacuation go ahead. Thank you very much, and good day.